Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I will share with you my point of view, why marriage is not for everyone, why having children is not for everyone. Family life, as they call it, settle down, and particularly, I will give you a reference of these speakers. They're very famous political commentators, but they also have a very large following because they give a lot of views which are good, which are bad. Bad in the sense I don't agree with some of their points. Anyway, some of their names are Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, Matt Walsh, Andrew Klavan, I think, yeah, and Ben Shapiro. So I'll put their names down below in the description. Check them out. Whether I agree or don't agree with all their views, but they are exceptionally intelligent, very smart people, very thought-provoking debates. I highly recommend watching their YouTube channel, and you'll find this a little odd, but they keep getting community strikes from YouTube, and they're kind of blacklisted from the main media. The reason being is their views go against popular media, which is why I kind of like them, because I think we need to have a balanced debate. Okay, anyway, if you're new to the channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, and also the Middle East, that is Qatar, Saudi, Bahrain, Oman. People also take my services for coaching, consulting, when they want to share something or they need advice that they can't share with anyone. Details are put down below. So now, about marriage and children. In my WhatsApp groups now, I have plenty of young men. There are women, but it's more men. And one of the goals or dreams that they have is to get married. Children though they don't want, because they're young, they're still in their 20s. But girlfriends is very common. Marriage is the second step. And predominantly my group consists of Indians. There are people who are from other nationalities, but majority Indians. I get the population is such and my content is such, so Indians are predominantly there. There are Indians also who are abroad. Now, having a girlfriend is very common. They'll ask questions, how to get this girl, what to say, taking her on a date. Sex, not as much. They don't discuss as much, maybe because they have that respect factor that me and some other members are older than them. But they do ask questions about love and settling down. But one of the biggest challenges our young boys are facing is girlfriend is okay, little easy. But when they want to settle down, like some of them have good careers or okay careers, and some of them are earning well, some have decent savings, and they start talking about marriage. And they say that, I really want to settle down. I want to have a wife. Hey, doggy. I want to have a wife. I want to... See, this dog keeps following me. Some of you have noticed. There was a small puppy that time. Anyway. So, some, they want to settle down because they obviously want to have a wife, a family. And in Indian families, there is this pressure of, settling down. Parents will say, I want you to settle down. I want to see our grandchildren. And, I want us to be a family. So obviously when your parents become old, they want to see their grandchildren, which is in a joint family or in a like conservative, reserved family, like Christian family, or not Christian, I mean like Indian, Asian families, they like children. Okay. But today, if you actually notice, in today's day and age, getting married is, it's becoming less and less. Marriage, yes, people do get married, but we hear more stories about divorce. We had plenty of horror stories about divorce. Some people say it's because of women's empowerment gone wrong. Some people say it's feminism. Some others say that women no longer take shit. They don't take crap. They are unafraid to fight against abuse. Then there are others who say social media has distracted men and women. Women are now showing their bodies and private parts and making easy money. And some others are just looking for financial security. They are unafraid to search for a rich husband. They don't call themselves gold diggers. Some of them call them gold diggers. So women today, one thing is their demands have increased. In India, if you actually look at it, obviously because more Indians talk to me, and I have been an Indian my whole life, even though I've not lived in India. Parents of a girl who are actively involved, that is, provided the girl stays with her parents and listens to her parents. She's not one of those independent females who gets to choose her boyfriend. Most of the parents want a man who is, or a young boy who is earning well. Obviously, they want to give a good life, has good savings, because they want to make sure on a rainy day the person can take care, has a good career, is good charactered, well-natured. Basically, it's choosing the perfect man. Character of Christ, wallet of Bill Gates, looks of Chris Hemsworth. That's the kind of joke I sometimes like to, I like to tease people. This is what our society is looking for in boys. But that doesn't mean guys are all innocent. Our guys are also, they'll sleep around, they'll have sex, they'll have fun, but they want a girl who is reserved. They will have sex with multiple partners, but they want a virgin. They will want to be free and enjoy, but they want the girl to be homely. And case in point, you could say my example. I was a playboy. I had my fun. I did all the stupid things. But then when I really wanted to settle down, I chose a girl with family values. I know people say, they call out my hypocrisy over here. Okay. But now, coins, very good, 2 coins. See, let's get some money or something. Okay, but now the question is not about the hypocrisy and all that. I can use a lot of logical arguments and say, girl gets pregnant, guy doesn't get. I can sleep around. I'll never get pregnant, girl will get. I take care of the family. I provide, she's a homemaker. That is a topic for a different discussion. I made videos on it. But now here the topic is more about why people shouldn't get married. Why you should not have children even if you do get married. See, I give you the names of the speakers, no? Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan. There is a video where I'll put the link down below, where they are making fun of, or you could say mocking, or women who are single. Now you need to understand that these political commentators, they have a Christian angle in their lifestyle. And the Christian angle is you have to follow the teachings of Lord Jesus. You have to be a good Christian. You have to have a family. You have to have a child. And children are a gift of God. Okay. And I don't have anything against what they say. However, sometimes I feel they are more towards being biased towards religion and a spiritual kind of life, but they are not practical. For example, they are very much against abortion. Okay? They don't care. Even if you are like cases of rape, no, it's not the child's fault. Baby should be born. Even if you don't have money, no, there are solutions to that. Even if you don't have interest to take care of the child, no. Still the child should be born. And so some of the things I disagree with them. They also have strong views on every person should have guns, which I disagree. They also have one other thing which I agree with some of the things, like they say transgender movement, sexualization of children, having these operations for children. I totally disagree. And they also say the same thing. But when it comes to these Christian values of marriage and you should never divorce no matter what, I find it stupid. Okay, now they believe, and they are also promoting, that you should be married, especially women, because as women grow older, the ability to have children, the value of women in terms of being attractive when you're 20s versus when you're 50s decreases. So they want women to marry and have children. But now, why do I say no? See, number one is, here's a simple question. What if a guy is a womanizer, likes to sleep around, doesn't like to be loyal to one person? What if? And there are many men like that. So should he still be married? What if a guy doesn't have the maturity or the liking or the preference to have a baby? Should you force him to have a child? What if the guy doesn't have the financial capacity to provide? Now you'll say both the guy and girl can work. Okay. There are quite a number of them where both the guy and girl work, but they're not able to make ends meet. So do you say God provides? When they have, they'll automatically start providing? How can you force them? In fact, maybe these people, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, and they have not been to parts of Asia or the Middle East. Wife will work in the Philippines. Wife is from the Philippines, working in Saudi. Husband is working maybe in some other country. And because they're working as a maid or security guard or cleaner or executive, small salary, they can meet their families back home once every 3 years. Okay? So what do you do then? Do you just have a child and give it to the grandmother? How do you manage? What values will the child learn? In fact, you give your child to somebody else, you think they'll take care of the child as much as you'll take care of your own. And today's social media, given the incredibly shameful content that is there, all you got to do is just take Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's unbelievable. The nudity, the sex. That also, by the way, these speakers are against. So I'm with them on this. See, my own child, my own daughter, even though she is with us 24/7, I work from home. My wife is a housewife. So the baby has 2 adults. Still, she loves going on her tablet. We make sure that it's a child-friendly program, all educational, languages, lifestyle, which are like documentaries for children. Yet, my baby is able to get videos somehow, some of them which are not appropriate. So even though 24/7 she's with us, this happens. Then what do you do, man? Sometimes the daughter comes and asks my wife, not asks, shows certain behaviors that she learns in school, like hugging, or sometimes she just sits down with her dress all open and her undergarments can be seen, so we have to correct her. Sometimes we see marks on her body, and obviously, given that I went through molestation and rape as a child, I'm very concerned. We verify, and thankfully nothing bad. But we are aware all this happens. So now if you have a mother and father, husband and wife, who either don't want to spend time with the child or can't do it due to financial reasons, child will grow up to become what? And in US, where these people are, so many fatherless children are there. The mother will take care of the child. And see what happens to them. Go to jail. They prove to be anti-social. Like when you see all my tattoos on my body. How did I make this decision? Nobody was there to guide me. Never had a father. Mother was never there. Even though they were there. Those who follow my content know. So, do you still force them? And the thing about what I don't like about their content is they will cherry pick a viral TikTok video. There was this female, I can't get her name. Matt Walsh managed to get that video of this female. Matt Walsh versus, I'll give you the name in the comments. She put up a video, this female who's in her 30s or something. She said that I'm single. I don't have a husband. I don't have to get up on time. I went to see Beyonce's concert. I finished at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning. Came back home, slept, woke up at 10 o'clock. I'm so happy. Now I can get up late. I don't need to prepare anything for my husband or my children. I can go prepare a coffee for myself, watch never-ending reruns of TV, Hulu, watch movies, and then go learn some new dish. Okay, now I agree with these people that she's trying to convince the world that she is happy. Okay, because if you're really happy, you don't need to go around telling people, listen, I'm happy, my life is perfect. No. It's obvious that, like, if you're really, it's like, these couples who, especially females, want to show, my life is so happy, my life is so perfect, oh, my husband loves me very much. And the husband shows, kissing photograph, smooching photograph, hugging photograph. You are seeking social validation. Okay, so this female did this. It's very obvious if you look at it, at least my assumption. She's trying to convince the world she's happy. Maybe her channel is dedicated to that. But the thing is, she's happy being single. So Matt Walsh busy bashes her up, tells her what an empty life she has, and she is miserable and she should be married. And okay, because Matt Walsh following has millions, I think everyone ganged up, or many people ganged up to her videos and maybe gave her a piece of their mind. We can't control this. But news channels, they all jumped into that drama. And obviously they bashed Matt Walsh. They bashed him up. And they were supporting this female. Now, who am I supporting? The female or Matt Walsh? See, I told you, it's obvious that this female is not happy. She's trying to put on an act. Or maybe she is happy for time being, but she definitely is seeking social validation. You have done that, I've done that. We all do that when we are in the younger days. Once we are busy with our priorities and our lives, and we are truly happy, we don't have to post anything on social media to look for likes, comments. You'll just be happy being who you are. Okay. So there I'm a critic of this female, but I would not bash up this female and say, you should be married. Maybe she is not meant to get married. Maybe she doesn't want, which she obviously doesn't want. And maybe even if she does, she'll be miserable. Or maybe she wants to get married, but she's not getting someone. And she's trying to convince the world she's happy. Or can be so many reasons. I have one of my friends who I've known for a long time. She's in her 40s. She has a great career. She's a model. She acts in movies as an extra. She wants to settle down. But she's in her 40s, I told you, no? But she's not able to get any. Is she because she's expensive? Yes, she's an expensive female. Is she sexy? Very sexy. Is she demanding? Yes, of course. Is she like the feminist who wants freedom and all that? I wouldn't say extreme feminist, but she stands up for herself. But her demands are too unrealistic. And I know for a fact she's never going to find a guy. And I also know for a fact, as she crosses 40s, goes into her 50s, the demand for marriage will go down. Guys will want to have more in terms of sex with her, less of marriage or settle down or date her. And as she will reach her 50s, she'll be left with the options: either take someone her age or take a young boy, a younger boy, or young man. Sorry, young boy sounds bad. Which is what is happening. And she finds it very hard to find someone who's at her wavelength, because the level of maturity is higher. So now, do you think she should be forced into marriage? Making fun of her and saying, no, you should marry. Come on, man. The problem with our media, and especially if you see this video of these people, they're sitting all together, drinking alcohol, smoking a cigar. I don't know how much of Christian value is that. And they are busy making fun of all these people. Kind of reminded me of these, in school when you have gangs and you're different, they'll make fun of you. Now, don't get me wrong, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, all these guys, they're not bad people. But like I told you, they follow Christian values. And if you don't fall into the lens of what they believe is right, like, and there are some things which are very questionable, like Candace Owens and these guys, they are against cancel culture, they are against woke movement. Okay, fine. They believe in Christian values, fine. But they champion Andrew Tate. Now over here, some of them are, they don't agree 100% with Andrew Tate, but they think Andrew Tate is a good role model. But yeah, Matt Walsh is against Andrew Tate not wanting to marry and have children. Even Ben Shapiro. And then there is this part where he was a Christian and he became Muslim. That also, they're not happy. So now, bottom line, what am I trying to tell you? See, everybody is unique. We are living in very different day and age, where social media rules, influences our lives. Peer pressure is at the highest. Everyone can see everyone else's lives. There is a massive pressure for us to achieve our goals and dreams. Women have more options. They don't need to stay at home. They don't need to get married. They're not dependent on having a family. Those days are gone. Now, I'm not saying that all working class women don't want to get married or they are bad or whatever. But when you have many options, you'll choose the one best for you. So marriage is becoming a dying institution. It has been replaced with the relationships where you get along fine. Every day is a new day. You don't feel things are working out, you can shake hands, bye-bye. Although breakups are painful. And one of the biggest reasons why marriage is very unpopular is because when you get married, there's so much expense, so much money, effort, energy. Even the families come together, society comes together. You spend a bomb on celebrating. Then you join your accounts because you want to show trust. You work together for dreams. But if things don't work out, it becomes bloody ugly, man. Yes, there is a prenuptial agreement. But trust me, it takes a lot of guts to put your foot down and say, I want a prenuptial agreement, others I'm not getting married. Most men and women will find it very scary to tell their partner. Partner can always say, you don't trust me and all that bullshit. And then if both are smart, with both have lawyers, then that itself can be a problem. That's why maybe you shouldn't get married. So given the horror stories of divorce, many people also opt not to get married. I've been divorced 3 times. I know what it is. Thankfully, I was able to break off amicably. So there was no claims or alimony or whatever. And it wasn't ugly. I always believed in peaceful. Although I would say it's not, I wouldn't blame them. I blame myself because I was not ready for it. But imagine if I was forced to have children during my Playboy days. I'd be a terrible father, man. You will not believe, but I chose to be a father. I chose to get married. Only after I left Dubai, came here to Thailand, away from all the distractions, the old life. And that's where I started. And it's only because of my decreasing testosterone and, I went through a lot of suffering. I became a better human being. Had I not gone through the suffering, had I not suffered, had I not almost attempted to end my life, that intense was my suffering, I would have never changed, man. And if I was still in Dubai, so many girls, and those days I was on stage and so many girls and anchoring shows, DJing shows, training, meeting so many females. I was an athlete in triathlon, swimming, cycling. I was a public speaker. Easy to get girls, yeah. And many girls were just like, okay, open mind. That's what they call it. Let's just have sex. So even though I was married at that time, I was still having other females. And if a female comes to you and you're filled with testosterone. And she says, I don't mind sex. We can just have, nobody is there, nobody knows. What do? Imagine if someone forced me to stay married or get newly married or have children. I'm destroying lives. So overall, what I want to say is, yeah, these people, Michael Knowles, Candace, Matt, Andrew, Ben Shapiro, they have their values. You'll have many people telling you, don't get married, have children, don't have children, do this, do that. Each one of you is unique. You just figure out what works for you. But before that, first find out who you are, what do you want, what makes you happy. And if you're in that destructive phase where you want adventure, fun, sex, not time to settle. And if you don't have your finances in place, and don't say, oh, okay, it will change and I will work hard, she will. And please, for women, don't marry someone because you think, okay, I will change him with my love. You can't change anyone. And please, children is a responsibility. I'll maybe make another video where I share with you why you should not have children. There are so many factors over there. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Links for whatever I've stated will be down below. Let me know your thoughts. Agree, disagree. Feel free. This is what I think. You tell me what you think. Alright? Guys, take care. Me signing off. Ciao.